Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we'll be taking a look at Bitcoin against its US dollar pairing and just looking at what has happened the past few days, and especially today. Some would say that it was expected, some would say that they didn't see it coming. Just yesterday, I made a video about should you buy Bitcoin? And the one point that I wanted to get across was, simply the fact that people who are buying up here, who are buying at 40,000 in the upper 30,000s, are now gonna have to deal with sellers that have bought, um, at the 5,000, 3,000, $4,000 level, and they will be looking to take profits. Don't think for a second that no one's gonna start selling. Obviously, if there were none, then the price would keep on going up. But obviously, people are taking profits, and this has had an effect on the price. Now, the downturn, in all actuality, if we take it from the candle body to where we are right now, is about a 20% retracement. 20%, in my opinion, happen all the time. It's something that we have to expect in a volatile market like cryptocurrency. It's not something to be shocked about. And for the ones, however, who have bought in like around now, right? Or anyone who's bought really since October, or November, December, has never really experienced a retracement yet. The closest one would be this 8% dump at the end of November. But this in percentage wise was more significant right now than this at the end of November. So this is probably their most significant dump as of yet, and I'm here to tell you that it's nothing to be concerned about. Um, yes, we're gonna have to wait it out, see where this takes us, because this could still be a continuation. It can still continue to go down. We don't know, but for now, we're looking at a 20% dump. So 1/5 of your Bitcoin dollar valuation has disappeared, and that might shock people. That might give people some concern. For some, like myself, it was a long time coming, even a 20% retracement. And I'll talk about the benefits of this and try to flip it as a positive later on in the video. But this is something that we saw coming. I've been calling it, and I'm not going to say that I timed the top perfectly. I only said that we are overextended, we are overbought. It's time to be extremely cautious and just see what happens with Bitcoin. And it turns out that we experienced a retracement and the top at the moment is $42,000. Now, I've mentioned that I have been taking profits with Bitcoin. I sold about 8% of my position at $36,000. Not when it was coming down, but when it was coming back up. So, yeah, I did experience Bitcoin go as high as $42,000. And of course, at the time, I said, oh, everyone wishes that they just held a little bit longer, just a few days more to sell at 42. But we had no idea that it would come down at 42. And I had no idea that it wouldn't have come down straight at 36. Now, in hindsight, with the price now at $32,000, I say, well, good thing I sold some at 36. Anyway, let's look at the price, where we are, and what are the next steps, and what this affects. Because as you could see on my watch list, and just log on to CoinGecko, um, alts are taking a bad hit. The Ethereum's down 20% against the US dollar, down 5.5% against Bitcoin. So a lot of altcoins are bleeding. And if they're not bleeding against Bitcoin, they're definitely bleeding against the US dollar. And they took a pretty big hit. However, where are we? So we're at $32,000. We are continuingly to drop by the hour. This is the hourly chart here. and we are still moving down. So by the time I even upload this, which is, maybe in 10, 15 minutes, the price could definitely have changed, and it could definitely change by the end of the day. But here we are. We're at the 20-day moving average. 20 days are not as significant as the 20-week. However, as you can see here in December and late November, it has acted as support. So we'll see if Bitcoin is going to hold it at the 20-day. If it doesn't hold it at the 20-day, look to the 20-week. And this is a good time to start to look back on where the 20-week is. Uh, I have been keeping tabs on it. It has been increasing about now $1,000 a week. This might change due to the new price action, but right now it's at $18,100. Last week it was at $17,100. So we're still increasing roughly $1,000 a week. And with that projection, if we take it to 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, we should be increasing about $5,000, give or take. So in 5 weeks' time, our 20-week moving average will be above the prior all-time high. So this is something that we need to take into consideration. A, where the price is right now, and B, where the 20-week is, and C, how can we project it out into the future? So even though, despite Bitcoin is dropping right now, the 20-week moving average is continuing to come up because the current price right now at $31,500 now is higher than the October candles. So the 20-week moving average is still going to trend up. And so the to what we would then expect if the 20-day breaks, as I think it has already done now, or no, we're still on it, we're hugging it. If it breaks, then look to where the 20-week is. And currently right now it's at $18,100. My trading view just kind of crapped out there. Okay, so that's what I'm taking a look at. There's still a giant cushion between us and the 20-week. We're still only we're at a modest we're at 74% above the 20 moving average, even after a 20% dump. We're 17% down for the week. We'll see what the week takes us. I mean, it could be just like last week. We went as low as $28,000, and the orders just bought up all the sells, and we moved even higher. So again, it's Monday. There's 6 days of the week left, uh, and a lot of things can happen. However, if this is the local top, then expect the price to at least get closer to the 20-week. It can drop and move sideways from here. It can drop even further. It can drop 30% for all we know and move sideways from here. It can also drop straight down to the 20-week. So with this price action, what can we expect from altcoins? Well, I'll make a dedicated video today about Ethereum and Chainlink, or one of the two, because I think these are pretty interesting what they're doing right now. But when we look at Ethereum, yeah, Ethereum's down 5%, but we're still up significantly from the lows of 0.023 Bitcoin. We haven't lost those gains just yet. We're still up 34% from the price 3 weeks ago, and because of that, it's pretty impressive. Chainlink's the same thing. Chainlink's actually holding ground. We're not 34% up from the lows, but we're holding pretty strong. And right now we're only down 0.5% today, despite Bitcoin being down 18% for the day. Okay, this is dropping pretty dramatically. Actually, this is really interesting. Um, and and so we see altcoins uh, holding steady, and not dropping significantly yet with its Bitcoin valuations. The dollar pairing is another thing. and we're at $966 on Ethereum from the highs of 1300. Now this is another thing that's happened. My stop did get triggered. It was at like 11,000, like $1,140 or something like that. I had a trailing stop loss, and it finally got triggered, and here we are, 960 now. Again, did I know that $1,300 was the top? Of course not. But I think it's important to have stops in place, especially when my target was already around 1140. I just threw it on there in the off chance that it kept on trending up, but obviously it didn't. And for all we know, in the next few days, this might be right back up at $1,300, and all these sell orders get eaten up. We just don't know. Fairly interesting price action. Nothing really to be alarmed about. It's something that has been a long time coming, and for the people who didn't see it coming, I would say you're either refusing to look at um, the price action, you're refusing to look at the price action, or some kind of other delusion, or you have a really good dealer, um, and I would please DM me their number. Anyway, uh, let's look at some technicals with Bitcoin. Uh, Again, we're at 70% above the 20-week moving average from the highs of 123. So 123% closing above the 20-week moving average is great. Um, we have seen in the past that if we get too overextended, uh, it might not hold the 20-week. We'll see what happens here. If if the 20-day does break, look to the 20-week, and then that will be the place to hold. And that'll be some very tense moments there. Um, but I will be there. Are you going to be there? I will be buying if it comes back down on the 20-week of Bitcoin. Uh, Almost 80% sure of that. The RSI. The RSI, we went to a high of 94.7 on the RSI. It hasn't been that high since 2013. And the last time in 2013 it came to that point, we retraced pretty hard on the RSI. And here we are, we dropped down to 74.24 on the RSI. This is what I was talking about. This is what we need. This is kind of good for Bitcoin. Um, if for it to retrace a little bit, even move sideways, especially if it moves sideways. And I think in the end, this is kind of like what we're looking for. If we reference 2017's market, then we potentially could see it come down to as low as 54 and make this support to bounce back up, like what we saw. Every time it dumped back to the 20-week, it came to about 54 or even about 61, 62 on the RSI. So keep an eye on the RSI too. Let's see how far this drops. But I mean, it's been 2 days of Bitcoin price action that has, some remnants of significance. I mean, today was outshadowing yesterday, but we're down 17% today. Yesterday we were down 5%, and cumulatively we're down 20% overall on the day. And considering the fact that we're resetting the RSI, that we're coming back closer to the 20-week, yes, alts are bleeding. They bleed faster. They fall harder, but they do rebound quicker than Bitcoin when this turns around. Anyway, that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.